Welcome to the New Life Stories channel. We hope you will have fun with us. Enjoy watching.
Barbara was getting her daughter married. The guests were a small crowd of about 35, almost all relatives and friends of the groom. Daughter Grace was beautiful, as all brides are. For Barbara, her early marriage at the age of 19 came as a surprise. She still hoped, like all mothers of obedient and good girls, that Grace would finish university first, and then. But that's just the way it turned out. Daughter's a sophomore, fiancé Justin's a senior. They decided to get married, period. Justin thought life without registration was not serious. His girlfriend deserved to become a wife immediately and forever. Barbara's ex-husband, Larissa's father, did not come to the wedding, although he was invited. However, he gave his daughter a certain amount of money. Thank you for that. It's been 5 years since he left the family. To communicate with his daughter was not eager, limited to alimony. The wedding's in full swing. Everything was great. The toastmaster knew his business. Barbara was embarrassed by one of the guests, it seems a distant relative of the groom. He did not let her out of his sight. Wherever she was in the hall, she could feel his gaze on her. That gaze was literally drilling her. She even got angry. How dare this boy so look at her? The music of the waltz began to play, a dance that is rare at modern youth celebrations, and not many people know how to dance it. Barbara loved the waltz and gladly went to dance with the very boy she had been angry with 5 minutes ago for his stares. He danced divinely. They were the handsomest couple in the middle of the circle. Barbara looked good enough as it was, and tonight she seemed more like a sister than a mother of the bride. Her beautiful emerald-colored dress flowed down her slender figure, her casual youthful hairdo, and the sparkle in her eyes made her irresistible. "Where did you learn to dance like that?" Barbara asked him when he saw her off after the dance. "I've been ballroom dancing for years. I have a good eye. I realized at once that no one dances here better than you," he answered with a smile. All the other dances Quentin they met danced only with Barbara. He stayed close to her so that he wouldn't be late with his invitation to the next dance. Barbara was a little dizzy from the champagne and the feeling of unusual lightness as in her youth. "So what if I'm young? At least I'll dance till I drop. When will I ever have the chance?" she thought. After the wedding, Grace moved out of her mother's house to live with her husband. The apartment was rented for the time being. Barbara took a week's vacation and went to work. Barbara was surprised to see Quentin with a bouquet of flowers in front of the Social Security office where she worked. "Why are you here with flowers? All my colleagues will laugh at me tomorrow. They will ask me what grade your beau is in." Barbara was indignant. "I'm already working after university. My working day ends an hour earlier, and I had a burning desire to see you. I got the coordinates from your daughter here. And I don't look so young next to you. I'm 25 years old, by the way," Quentin replied resentfully. "And I'm 40, by the way. You can feel the difference. I'm honestly warning you, don't follow me. Don't waste your time. Look around, there are so many young and beautiful girls around," and Barbara walked resolutely to the bus stop. "Are you 40 years old? No way. Well, even if you are 40, it's no big deal. I will love you at any age, and no one will forbid me, not even you. I now believe in love at first sight. As soon as I saw you at the wedding and disappeared," Quentin hurriedly said to her, walking behind. Quentin began to meet Barbara every day. He took the bus to her house and returned to his house. He didn't demand anything from her. He was extremely gallant and considerate. What's the big deal? Barbara was flattered by his courtship, but she realized that they were very different in age. She didn't want to ruin his life. He should meet a younger girl. No matter how she tried to push him away, but still from some point their relationship began to develop, and in this relationship Quentin showed himself as a sensitive, decent and serious person. Barbara became ill with pneumonia. He began to take care of her. In essence, he was nursing her back to health. It was then that she realized that he was serious and he really loved her. Barbara couldn't take the onslaught of his feelings and surrendered to the mercy of the victor, and what woman would? Quentin proposed to her. Daughter and son-in-law persuaded her to agree and become Quentin's wife. Barbara didn't agree. She was sure he would leave her sooner or later. She would have continued to have doubts had it not been for the unexpected pregnancy that Barbara wanted to terminate. What baby? She was about to have grandchildren. Quentin would probably leave her and she'd have to raise the child alone. But Quentin ruined her plans. He and his parents convinced Barbara that even if they divorced, they would help raise the baby. Quentin and Barbara were married. The event was celebrated modestly and at home in the circle of the closest people because the figure of the bride by that time frankly gave away her position. Now their son Andrew is 20 years old. Barbara and Quentin are still together. They have many common interests. They understand each other from half a word, and sometimes a glance is enough. In general, they are happily married. There is only one but. Barbara is now 60 years old, and Quentin is only 45. Barbara is still tormented by the thought that she ruined Quentin's life, and he thinks he's happy.